Bilang basahin ninyo at humarap kayo sa akin, sabihin ko, mali ako o tama? And 4 or 7 years, if nobody interdicts the drug business in the Philippines, we will be a narco-politic. Kaya tatapusin, may magtatapos talaga nito, and I have placed the burden upon myself. Tatapusin ko ito even at the cost of my honor, my life, and the presidency itself. Kaya I have repeatedly stressed na hindi ako mamatay kung hindi ako mapresidente. And when nagkaroon kami ng roko sa media, boycott ninyo ako. Go. Kayo, ayaw ninyo mag-boycott sa akin? Pag hindi nyo mag-boycott sa akin, ako mag-boycott sa'yo. Wala akong, I can let go of this presidency anytime. Huwag mo lang akong ganunin. Do not. Kasi hindi ako sanay ng ganon eh. Yung basta bastusin ka na lang. Imagine being asked publicly, how is your health? Oh, I'm fine. So, where is your medical report? Mabutit na lang dyan kagumensya. Kaya kung wala, bastusin ka na. Di bastusin ko rin kayo. Wala akong... Hindi tayo magkaintindihan dito. For the things that I order the police and the military to do it, I am the one, ultimately, legally responsible for it. Ako, wag sila. Wag mo i-demanda ang polis. Walang mangyari dyan. Bigyan ko na sa yung sikrito. Naghanap ako sa Constitution. Pesan beda tayo eh. Kaya siyempre, paano itong we are arrayed against us? Nakita mo naman dito, mas in love sila gaya ng, I have to mention yung due process. Ano due process? Due process. Kung nasa korte ka na, bakit sabi, we were not given by the president due process? Tarantado ka pala. Hindi ako korte. Why should I give you due process? I cannot give you a lawyer. I cannot handle a proceeding or proceedings against you. Tawagin ko kayo sa Malaga niya, murahin ko kayo doon. Tapos barilin ko kayo. Due process. Hingiin mo yan sa korte. And during the time when you are in custody, being investigated, maybe. But not me. Ako, ang trabaho ko is, I have this sworn, this sacred duty to tell the Filipino the state of things in his country and simply the truth, period. Ayan lang. Doon sinabi dyan, Rodrigo Duterte, after naming several generals, would give them due process. Naganoon ba ako? Kakiksi yung ano ko? Sinabi ko na noon, wala pang kampanya, you might want to retire early. You guys who know that I know na ganun tayo. Hindi yan pang due process. Lahat ng kolumnista, kaya marunong. Kasi hindi nga taga San Beda eh. Well, there are two events in my life that made me extremely proud. One is that I graduated from San Beda College. And the other one was the greatest compliment that I received to make me towards the presidency. One day, Mindiola was really very dangerous at the time. The militant, mga estudyante, and the left, wag na natin magbulan, sila yan eh. Mga komunista, pagbukbakan dyan sa ano. So kami doon sa loob, sa eskwelahan, nagsiuwi na yung high school. Sabi ko, siguro, uwi na tayo dito. Nag-uwi na lahat, kumain muna tayo sandali kasi baka matraffic. Kung matraffic tayo nito, patay. So, nagkain kami ng yung sa barbecuehan. Tapos, Patapos tatlo, I do not remember. I think it was Cablitas was one of them. Si, palabas kami, so we were in the pedestrian platform. Dumating si Justice Solidum. Pasok niya, nasa front seat lang yung nagdaan ng masakay. Yung Volkswagen, yung grag-grag. Sabi niya, nakilala niya kami. Sabi niya, where are you going? Sir, it's dangerous outside here. Never mind about them, let them fight. You go back. Wala na masyadong estudyante. Siguro may naabot doon, yung nagdadaldal na hindi po umuwi agad. So, upo na kami doon. May tinanong yan siya. Siya, hindi mo naman nagsasabi yung Duterte. Parang may narinig ako, tumindig ako. Sabi ko, sir, matanda na rin ako, 71 years old. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, dalawa kami, damn it, why are you standing? I thought, sir, that I heard my name called. Because you're always talking at the back. Come here, you stand up there. Pagdating ko doon, sabi niya, Cherry Bell, Kaliso. Sit down. You recite. Tindig ako. Ano? Tapos nagtinginan kami. Siya what? Sir, there is no question yet, sir. God damn it! Sige, gano'n na. Do not scratch your hair in this classroom and spread your dandruff. Keep it on your head. It is the only one you have. You might want to say that the dandruff president. Tama kasi sabi ko, mayabang ako ng sumat. Sabi ko, sir, wala ba? Galit lalo. Nagkagano, no, question. Do not scratch. Do not scratch your hair and spread your dandruff in this room. Keep it on your head. It's only one you've got. Well, that made me a lawyer. Actually, sa batch namin, hindi naman tayo sa iba. We are all, tayo-tayo lang naman. Sa wills and succession, pati remedial law, talagang matataas kami. Dumaan rin kay Justice, kay Secretary Puno. And the others, our professors, si Rudy naman, Robles at the time, sir. He just topped the bar at that time. Kami yung binamano. By the way, I was in Bohol campaigning for the presidency. I passed by Vic's house. Victor de la Serna. Minsan nakita kami doon sa Bohol. Nandyan si Boy, Brillante. Pero yung nagbalik ako, medyo matanda na si smoke silat. Pero sabi niya na pagkatapos ng meeting, dumaan ka. Pero hindi na ako nakadaan, so pinadala niya. Siya, this is my little help for you. This is really hard-earned money. Tinago ko pati yung pera. Hindi ko ginastos. Hindi ko man alam. Hanggang ngayon sa envelope. Nilagyan ko lang ng rubber band. Do something good for your country. And if you find it hard because there are many, yung ayaw, then if it is good, do it. Declare martial law. Pakita ko sa inyo. You guys, if you go to Davao, it's in my safe. Pakita ko talaga sa inyo. Tatawagan ninyo si Vic. Ganun talaga sinulat niya. If you find it hard to do it because of parang then declare martial law. Well, I will not do it. Far from it, actually. We were around during those times. Ang akin lang is yung let the Filipino taste what is government really. So kaya yung the usual is if they go there, plano ko kasi bigyan mo ng shopping list. I mean the requirements for that particular whatever. Then wag mo nang dagdagan, wag mong kunan. If produces all those documents, bigay niya sa iyo, you have to have a journal. Receive the following application for whatever. You sign it, do not do it in the, kasi ma-erase and let him sign also. Bigyan mo ng stub, then go to the computer, ang laki ng gastos yung gobyerno to na tapos di ginagagamit. Then look at the workload. When you say, come back on this day, next month, on this day, at this hour. Bigyan mo ng stub. Pagbigay niya, kailangan nandyan na yan. I do not want to see the Filipino queuing outside. Ayaw ko yan. Especially yung mahirap. Hindi, it might be a pretended sentiment, whatever you would call it, to do the unbelievers. Basta ayaw ko, lalo na yung mga taga-probinsya. Lalo na yung taga-probinsya na magastos pupunta rito tapos maubos na ang sweldo kababalik. You know, it's always one trip dito eh. If you go down sa Naya, you ask for a lodging there somewhere, makikitira, tapos pupunta doon isang biyahe lang sa Kalayo, tapos pabalik-balikin mo ng araw, kalukuhan na yan. Something has got to give here. Kaya sabi ko kay Bebot Belio, find a space there. Lagyan mo ng kung saan yung opisina mo, gusto mong lumipat ng malaki, find a space there where you can place the satellites of sa DFA. Tapos sa National Bureau of Investigation. Diyan na, one stop. Same building. Or at least same vicinity. Makalakad siguro mga 100 meters. Then that's it. Ayaw ko magbalik-balik ang tao. Ayaw. I would like to stress it again. Ayaw ko pahirapan ang Pilipino. Period. Ayaw. So, mandatory yan, including the office of the president down to the barangay level. I will bind the local governments to strictly adhere to what the essence of government services. Diyan tayo. Diyan tayo. Magtiis lang kayo kasi sa bagay 6 years lang naman to. Pero pagka nagka-diferensya tayo dito, umatras ka kasi talagang ayaw ko. Davao is what Davao is today. Kasi sinabi ko, here are the rules. Umalis kayo. I would not pursue you beyond the boundaries of my city. Go out. Tapos kayong taga-gobyerno, ganito. If you cannot do it, tell me. I'll give you your marching orders out. Pati police. I have the most behaved police force in the entire Philippines and Davao. I do not allow checkpoints. Kaya dito ngayon, I will, one of these days, depending also on the advice of the military and the police, I would tanggalin ko lahat ng checkpoints. Ngayon sa Bukid, sinong mag-checkpoint? Hindi mga NPA. Ano trabaho ninyo? Wala, dala kayo ng armas, wala naman kayong... Kaya nag-uusap tayo, di ba? Slow down muna kayo. I will be asking the NDF to just really do that. Lahat, mabutit na lang ang goodwill ng MI and the rest of Mindanao, the Moro leaders are up against arms also against the drug menace. And it's good for our country. It's good for talks. Just like China. War, it is not an option. So what is the other side? Peaceful talks. I cannot give you the wherewithals now. I have to consult many people, including President Ramos. He might want also to be one of the